we're live. I think the Twitch has a 3-minute delay, so we'll have to wait. But in the meantime, first ban on the blue side will be Gangplank. First ban on red will be Jarvan 4. Teaming second ban on red side will be Syndra.
And we see the Vladimir ban on the side, on the red side.
So you want to introduce yourself?
Well, you can do that first, actually.
Alright, so my name's Howie. I'm from Sir Winston Churchill, and I've been playing this game for something like 4 years now.
I'm Jasper Z. I'm also from SWC Churchill, and I have a Diamond 4 mid/jungle main.
Hot one. So third ban from the side of blue would be Morgana, very good support right now. And last ban for the first phase on the side of red will be Rakan, picking off another good support.
And immediately we see the Kai'Sa locked in. Very good scaling late game champ on the side of. On the red side, we see Kale, also a very well scaling top champion, as well as the Volibear in the jungle.
Volibear is an off-meta pick for the moment, but it has been seeing popularity in the recent times. I would like to mention that Kale's very powerful, as it can be currently flexed into 3 different lanes right now, so we'll have to see what red wants to do with that.
Interesting. We see the Camille pick on the blue side, a very strong early game jungler. We will see how they will abuse that.
Oh, very picking up the Gragas, so that may be a Camille top or a Gragas support.
That also could be a Gragas jungle as well. A very interesting flex. We will see how they will, what else they will choose on their team.
And last pick before the second phase of bans will be Azure for red side, who seem to be going for a very late game scaling team comp. So we'll be able to see what these two teams want to take away from each other in the second phase.
A Lulu ban on the side of red could be very, very well with the Kai'Sa pick. We will see what blue side bans.
Taking out the Xayah on the side of blue, very prominent AD carry as well, probably the second most powerful right now, next to Kai'Sa. Very good ban on the side of blue. We'll see how red wants to respond to that.
And we see the Yuumi ban on the side of red and the Ezreal on the ban on the side of blue.
Caitlyn going over to Burnaby Central. Yes, Burnaby Central. Very good pick. Probably the third best AD carry right now. Also very late game scaling.
We see Nautilus being hovered. Will he be picked? Yes, he does. And a very good early game aggressive support that will play very well if Kai'Sa manages to get kills and scale. I see the talent being hovered. No, it was a Twisted Fate.
Last pick on the side of Windermere will be the Twisted Fate, and followed by the Tark on the side of Burnaby Central. Now, these are some very interesting team comps to see, especially on the side of Windermere, who are going for very engage heavy, very pick heavy as well with the Nautilus and Kai'Sa. So we'll be able to see how they can abuse that to take out their opponents, who have meanwhile drafted a very heavy late game comp, especially with the KO, Azir, Caitlyn, and Taric all scaling very well into the late game. So we'll see how they manage to evade Team One's attempts to try and pick someone off.
Yes, with Windermere, I see the Twisted Fate, the Camille with the teleport, very well with. sorry, my bad, very well with the roaming potential. So we will see how Canby Central will respond to that. Will they be able to scale and outlast?
With this champion select ending, we will be going to intermission as the spectator delay catches up with the live game. So we'll see you in about 3 minutes. And we are no longer live.
Wait, we're not live, right?
Risk the follow, we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the last hearing voices from afar. Join the madness when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray of the few who rise up high. And we to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Okay, quite a few technical issues, but we are officially in-game.
So we see the blue side pings coming in. They seem to be spreading out as a 5-man. While on the red side, we do see them, the whole team of 5 clumped together, looking to possibly invade the top side.
So yeah, just to reiterate, Windermere going for the 5-point spread out, very standard. However, it looks like Burnaby Central is going to go for some sort of invade, or maybe they're anticipating an invade from the side of Windermere.
We'll see how Windermere responds to this, as no wards have been currently placed. Neither team knows neither team has any vision of each other's teams.
Minions have spawned.
Now, if you haven't noticed, Gregus actually placed down his ward to recall and take a sweeper, a very interesting technique used from the side of Windermere.
Yeah, it's a very new technique we've been seeing a lot in pro play recently. Basically, it resets the cooldown of the sweeper, which basically lets you get a free ward on at the start of the game.
Both sides start red, as we can see here. While Gregus actually looks to head bot side Krugs, possibly take a bot lane early gank.
Volibear pathing top for a level 2 top lane gank. We'll be seeing how that is panning out.
Volibear very patiently waiting. This could be an early level 2 gank. Now we see Volley immediately going in, Qs and E's. Will the Camille burn the flash? No, she does not. We see the level 1 kill and the level 2 volley. Not enough damage to quite burn any summoners on the Camille.
Yeah, the level 2 gank not working out so well for Burnaby Central. However, it seems that Volibear is sticking top and is turning this into an early invade onto the blue side, possibly.
And we see Gregus immediately using that information, already invading Volley's blue in response. Now we see actually Volley hovering the mid side, possibly looking for another gank. Both the Volibear and the Azir are only level 2, so...
Unfortunate. Burnaby Central not able to get a gank onto the TF that they wanted. In fact, Azir did take quite a bit of damage from minions as well, which will set him slightly behind in the lane. Now TF with his lane advantage looks to be invading the bottom side jungle of Burnaby Central with the Gragas, steals away the Gromp.
Volibear already behind, gonna actually potentially get killed here. Big skirmish.
First blood goes to TF with the gold card on the Volibear. Tark quickly chunked out by Kaisa. Second kill. Three kills go over
gets a double
to Windermere for 1 on the side of Burnaby Central.
Yeah, we see here that Volibear gets heavily punished, already behind from the top and the mid gank gaining nothing from it. As he pats towards his bot side, Windermere uses that advantage and easily picks up 2 and follows that up on the bot side and gets...
Teleport in from the Camille. Aggressive trade does take out the flash from the KO and probably forces her to recall as well. As of the moment, Windermere getting a nice 1,000 gold lead on to the side of Burnaby North and Burnaby Central. Seeing how this plays out later in the game, KO elects not to teleport back to lane, but rather walk to lane, potentially missing some CS in exchange for keeping that teleport up. However, this does mean that the side of Burnaby Central are 2 teleports up compared to the side of Windermere, so we'll be seeing how they utilize that advantage in global pressure.
A little trade-off in the mid lane.
As of the moment, it seems that both of Windermere's solo lanes have priority. This allows Gragas to be able to safely solo take the scuttle in the mid lane, as well as go look for a roam and some deep vision.
As you can clearly see with the level leads, Gragas already level 4, but Volibear still level 3, unable to take any camps. They have to respect Windermere on the side of their jungle. As we can see, Gragas actually invading topside, potentially looking for another gank on topside. You can see Gragas patiently waiting. Are they looking to dive?
They might be looking for a dive. Camille pushes in the wave.
Huge
Kill,
wave.
not level 6 yet, does not have the ultimate.
Predator has
Camille
been
takes
popped.
tower, Gragas goes in for the body slam, Hextech ultimatum used by Camille, and a kill does goes over to Windermere's top lane.
And they will potentially be taking...
With this massive minion wave, they sure will be able to take quite a few tower plates here.
Volibear quickly roaming top, as well as the kill TP looking to respond, but it is already too late. Windermere back off and look to reset. Very aggressive plays on the side of Windermere with this Nautilus. They are able to, but unfortunately
does pick up the kill on the Nautilus spot lane.
Nautilus playing a little too aggressive, punished by the Caitlyn, and Windermere have to respect.
Now, despite the 2k gold lead from the side of Windermere, this does seem to be a very even game so far. Neither lane are able to really solo kill the other quite easily, and at this point they're still relying on jungle ganks to secure kills and objectives. However, based on the compositions, the side of Burnaby Central does have a much better time just farming out the early game, scaling into late game, going for those big team fights, because their comp is better suited to it. So it seems that Windermere will have to up the pressure to be able to force them out of that style of play.
Perhaps looking onto the TF roam, or potentially the Camille being able to teleport and having more presence instead of just farming on the top side.
We do see a bit of a fight in the jungle as Gragas attempts to secure an invade onto the side of Bolivar, however is repelled by Azir, who has slight priority in defending that.
We see Gragas looking on the bot side, looking to clear some vision, potentially setting up this dragon here with the mid and bot priority on the side of Windermere. Camille looks for a trade, unable to land the key and backs off. Actually gets a punish from the kill.
The first strike being a Cloud Drake, that's not the best pickup you would want, but however it does play nicely into Windermere's roam heavy comp with the TF.
Both ults are used by the Kayle and the Camille. Intense trade. Will there be a kill secured? No, there will not. Flash is not used on both sides up top, however. Camille actually E-flashes, will not be able to get the kill, and actually gets outplayed a little too aggressive by the Camille, and Kayle manages to get the kill on. While both flashes are used, that is going to be a kill on the Kayle that will scale very well into the late game. Exactly what Candy Central are looking to play towards.
In this early game, Windermere has been widening their CS gap with close to a 2000 CS lead at the moment. A 2000 gold lead at the moment, with main CS leads in top, jungle, and bot lanes.
Now we still see the Volibear quite in a bit of a CS disadvantage here, with nearly 40 CS behind. And we can definitely see that with Windermere as they are easily able to take map objectives such as the Cloud Trade.
It seems that Windermere are deciding to start up that Rift Herald with the priority they have from the top lane. Does not feel like Burnaby Central is aware of this attempt.
No vision on the side of Burnaby Central, and they easily take that Rift Herald.
Overall, a very even game so far. It looks like Burnaby Central's mid laner Azir has decided to go for 2 Doran's rings, as well as going for the Ludens first. This means that it shifts Azir's power spike from usually being a very late game oriented champion, and allows him to have much better of a mid and early game, so we'll see what he does with it. Unfortunately, misses the Emperor's Divide, and Burnaby Central will not be able to get the gank onto the TF.
Volibear tries to follow up, but little too late there. No sums will indeed be burned. Camille actually looking to engage on this kill again. Will she make this same mistake from before?
Pretty even trade overall, going up in the top lane.
Again, Camille, no flash available, so they likely won't be able to get any outplays on the kill.
However, in the bot lane, we see, despite Caitlyn having a kill advantage, Kai'Sa is continuing to widen the CS gap in between them.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Bot side on Windermere actually taking advantage of their lane priority, taking the blue buff on the side of Candy Central, and looking to just overall invade the entire bot side jungle. Now it seems like they're actually trying to set up a mid dive of some sort on the side of Windermere, as they all gather around next to the mid lane, clearing the vision. Camille looking to engage and actually burns the ulti. Will she be able to get the kill?
Hextech ultimatum, Kayle forced the ult. Camille is continuing to chase, Kayle attempts to run away. E misses the E, takes 2 tower shots, and Camille could be turned around on by this. However,
In the
both
meantime,
top lanes decide to back off and no kills are given.
In the meantime, Herald has actually been used in the mid lane, and unfortunately we didn't see, but it seems like tier 1 turret has indeed been taken.
Now Windermere sitting with around a 5,000 gold lead, transitioning comfortably into the mid game.
Another Windrake has been spawned. No vision has currently been placed on it. We will see how both teams will decide to take this objective.
We can see both teams starting to gather around the air drake. The side of Windermere has bot lane priority, gets there first. Jungle is following up. TF always has the option to ult in. However, the biggest difference right now is Azir has not finished his Luden's Echo. An attempt by Camille to engage onto the kill on the top lane. Misses the E.
Has a level advantage. Wish able to secure the kill. No flashes, but Camille could E again. Gets the stun and cleanly gets the kill onto the kill. Now Windrake has also been taken on the side of Windermere, looking to potentially set up another dive on the bot side turret. We see that Campy Central is ready in response with their Azir and their Volibear in the back. Seems to be a 3-on-2 skirmish on the
Azir
side.
gets hooked. Massive Empress Divide into the tower. However, it may not end up doing anything. Nautilus does end up going down. Volibear taking very low flashes out of there with the Ignite on him. Gragas ult used to separate the fight. Target flash forces the flash out of the KO. Kaisa. Both teams looking to re-engage. Gold card on TF lands on the turret. And meanwhile, Volibear hit by the body slam. Caitlyn flashes over, gets the kill before being taken out herself by the enemy AD carry.
And that will be a 2-for-2 on both sides. However, it seems that Windermere is able to use this to advantage as they are able to take that tier 1 bot side turret, what they originally were looking for. Definitely had the better advantage on that bot side skirmish.
Now we can see Camille going in for another trade in the top lane, pops the Hextech ultimatum right as KO ults as well.
Well, flashes
KO
are
forces the flash as Camille backs off for the Volibear gank.
And we see Nautilus caught out all by himself. Will not be able to Q it. Volibear actually cancels it with the E. And it looks like a free kill onto the Volibear on the side of Burnaby Central.
Now we do see gold leads from many of the players on the side of Windermere. However, will that be enough to prevent the absolute monster lake that are KO and Azir from scaling up properly? Camille goes for another play onto the KO, lands the E. Or how Krugs that gank.
Now we see Azir and Volibear once again hovering, looking to respond, but unfortunately they are sitting on a ward, and Windermere respect that walk away.
Overall, it looks like that have a good grasp over this game. They're setting invade into the bottom jungle. Gragas unfortunately cannot contest anything here.
We see the vision advantage, we see the gold advantage, we see the CS advantage, and we see that Burnaby Central have to somehow manage to pull a 5-on-5 team fight in order to scale back into this. We see the Volibear at 66 CS nearly half.
Of Burnaby Central, and now Windermere are 4-0 on towers as a team fight breaks out in the topside jungle. Tark ult has been saves the Azir.
Azir teleports in.
Bolver picks up the kill onto Gragas. However, will soon be taken down.
Azir left all by
Azir
himself, forced to flash away.
Forced to flash away. It's the only surviving member, and that will be a clean ace for the side of Windermere. Only 2 lost on their own side.
I don't think they will be able to end the game, but that definitely is going to be an in-hit on the side of Windermere. On the top side, potentially on mid side, but I do not think so.
With that tower, Windermere has successfully cracked open the base of Burnaby Central. Volibear comes in, tries to run up and grab, in conjunction with the Tark stun, manages to stun the TF, and gets a kill handed over to the KO.
Unfortunately, not be able to pull that golden card, and gets punished for it. However, they almost managed to take the in-hit, not quite. Only the topside tower, not even the mid-side tower. Looking to reset, seeing what they can do.
At this point, with Windermere a good 18,000 gold ahead of Burnaby Central, the real question is whether Burnaby can pull and maybe get to that late game scaling that they're drafted.
Windermere now hovering that Ocean Drake. It looks like a free Drake for the side of Windermere, as Campy have no vision, no response towards that objective.
Unfortunately, Burnaby just have to respect the absolute lead that Windermere has right now. They should be able to look to be able to set up for Baron and take it without much of a fight from the side of Burnaby.
We see Windermere constantly clearing the vision on the side, on the red side, looking to set up that Baron. Potentially looking for a pick here. Volibear notices and backs off immediately. Forced to give up that red as well.
However, there is a teleport advantage for the side of Burnaby North. KO still has her TP, while Camille doesn't. If it does come to a fight at the Baron Pit, it could be possible. However, Camille wants to just onto the KO, but will not.
While in the meantime, Windermere is indeed taking that Baron. No vision on the side of Burnaby Central, unfortunately. Will not be able to contest for this Baron, and it indeed does go towards the side of Windermere.
We'll see if Windermere are able to make anything happen with this Baron-empowered power play, especially with their massive leads at the moment, closing in on 10,000 gold.
Camille here actually getting picked off by the kill. As we can see, Kill starting to get that late game scaling damage here. Camille unable to respond to the kill, unable to 1v1 much like in the early game.
Empowered Volibear flashes in, goes for the flip. Tark ult has been popped. It appears that Windermere is successfully kiting. Flash forward with the KO ult on him. Emperor's Divide separates the team fight, and that will be a clean win for the side of Burnaby Central. Ace, actually, as all 5 members of Windermere go down, this could be the opportunity they were looking for to get back into the game.
This was exactly what Burnaby Central has been looking for in this entire game. Windermere trying to pick off, it was actually from the Volibear, the flash engage that started it all, with the follow-up, and with the Zir ulti and the kill ulti, it was just all too much for the side of Windermere. As Burnaby Central looked to take this mid, not able to take that set.
Not wanting to overstay, Burnaby Central does back off. However, they have successfully closed the gold gap to around 5,000 instead of the 10,000 it was before. This could be the beginning of a comeback for the team.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Azir gets caught out by Camille. Emperor's Divide pushes her into the tower. Camille unfortunately fails to flash over. Does however get out. Gragas picks up the kill with his ultimate.
Will Burnaby Central be able to respond?
Flash away
Gragas
from
flashes away.
Gragas.
Inside, on the top side of Windermere, they are able to get that in. They're able to get that inhib on the side. Another Ocean Drake on the side of Windermere, easily in their favor, as they look to take and reset.
Yeah, this whole game, Windermere seems to have very good control over the jungle objectives, both Dragon and Baron, having picked up four Drakes out of 27. It's very fortunate for the side of Burnaby Central that none of those Drakes were Mountains or Infernos.
We see a Baron Nashor spawning in about a minute or so. Will Burnaby Central be able to set up the team fight they had before?
Oh, body slam onto the Tark as Windermere tried to get a pick off. Unfortunately, they are not able to make anything happen as Burnaby Central successfully disengaged.
Now we see Windermere again playing that vision game on the bot side jungle. Burnaby Central forced to just stick to their turrets and constantly farm. Not able to respond.
Looks like Windermere attempted to siege this middle inhibitor. We'll see if Burnaby Central decide to counter engage.
Looks like they are trying to get something from here. Twisted Fate and Camille are pushing both top and bot side. Now, mid side inhib by Windermere as they look to potentially set up the Baron. Burnaby Central forced to respond to the mid side and top side super minions. Does not look like they will be able to contest for this Baron. However, they are trying to clear that vision, looking to be able to gain some sort of vision on the Baron. Looks like Windermere will be able to start that Baron immediately.
And Windermere is able to successfully secure that second Baron of the game as they look to reset and regroup for another push.
We see that Burnaby Central not equipped with the resources to wander in that topside jungle, not able to get to the Baron. It looks like they will have to pull out another team fight like they did last time, potentially perhaps with the Volibear Flash engage, followed by the Azir ultimate as well as the kill.
However, many players on the side of Burnaby Central are hitting their 2 and 3 item pack spikes, which are so needed for these late game monsters. That will be very interesting to see if they can turn around the next fights.
Windermere now looking to push that and take the only remaining bot side interior turret with the Baron empowered minions.
However, Windermere seeming have learned their lesson from the last fight, are not letting Burnaby Central get any good 5v5 engagement.
Queen actually dives into the Nexus turrets, gets heavily punished for Hourglass, does not stop her from dying. Ult is pulled out. And will soon fall after. Volibear tries to engage, actually gets
Tark
picked
ult
off.
is pop, however, does miss the Volibear.
Windermere counter engage and with Burnaby Central no resources left to manage the fight, Windermere looks like they will take this game. A quadra kill on the Kaisa.
For the Kaisa. And this will be a GG on the side of Windermere as they take the game versus Burnaby Central. Overall, a very close game, very interesting to watch. Both teams go at it.
Very interesting last fight indeed. Camille actually looked for a very aggressive Nexus E dive onto the Azir, I believe. Actually gets caught out, and Burnaby Central, knowing that, tries to engage on the 4 remaining members on the side of Windermere. However, unable to pull it out, uses all their ultis, unable to respond, and Windermere easily follow that up with their own ultis and engages, and manage to take the game with the Baron empowered minions. Easily takes out
Overall, very good play from both teams. However, Windermere did seem to be able to play their split comp very well, dragging apart Burnaby Central with a 1-3-1 split at the very end, not allowing them to find the 5-man engage they wanted. So it'll be very interesting to watch both teams continue to play in the MVSSEA School League in all future games. Any last points before we sign off?
Nope, I believe that should be good. We wish the best of luck to both teams on their future games in the Summoner's Rift.